Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a first impression of the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I've kind of debated on getting this for the longest time because of the color shades and the price. You know, if it's $39, I'm gonna be a little hesitant about getting it. I have this in the shade Snow, which hopefully is going to match me. Otherwise, this is definitely going back. I'm going to apply half with a sponge and half with a brush. So it has a pump, and I'm going to see how one pump does on my face. And in person, it looks like a perfect match. Maybe a tiny bit dark. You can't really tell. Alright, so I'm going to use what's left on my hand to do the other side of my face. This is not wet, by the way. Alright, so that's really sheer with a sponge, so I'm going to go back in with a second pump. That looks much better. So it's definitely buildable. And I would say the finish is maybe in between dewy and satin. Okay, so I'm going to zoom this in a little bit and just show you how it looks so far. Okay, so this is how it looks coverage-wise over my acne. It does transfer a little bit if you touch it, so I'm going to try my best not to touch it anymore until it sets. I think it didn't cling to too much of the dryness on my nose. Alright, it's definitely like coming off. Right, my chin looks pretty good. The color seems to match really well. Okay, between my eyebrows is always a tough part, and that looks pretty good as well. Coverage is really nice. I mean, so far it looks beautiful, but I'm not necessarily thrilled with it. I don't know, I mean, I can get this kind of coverage with my other foundation, so this isn't anything amazing for me yet. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup and then see how it goes from there. Okay, so the rest of my makeup is on. It powdered really nicely. I would say the brush side, which I think is probably my own fault, But the brush side over here, you could see a little bit more of my pores. Come on, focus. Yeah, see, you can see a little bit more texture on this side than on the sponge side. Ignore that. And I did use a sponge on my nose, but I think a primer and a really rich moisturizer would kind of fix that. So yeah, the texture is probably my own fault, so I'm going to experiment a little bit more with this. Get the cat hair off of my nose, and then I'll check back in, you know, throughout the day to kind of see how it's wearing. Okay, so right now it is 8:48 and I have a doctor's appointment and some errands to run, so I'm gonna check back in later. Great, bye. Okay, so it is 11:45 and this is how my makeup looks in natural lighting. It did definitely melt from my glasses, but I haven't found a foundation that doesn't do that, so I'm not really surprised. The texture on my skin and my nose does not look great, I'm gonna be honest. But see, the weird thing is that from far away, this foundation looks beautiful. From up close, it looks absolutely terrible, so I'm not really sure what's going on. It definitely feels good on my face, but it comes off so easily rubbing it, and it doesn't work for me because I touch my face constantly throughout the day. So I'm not sure. I mean, it looks stunning from far away. It looks so smooth, but you get up close and then there's all these gross little pores just showing everywhere. I mean, luckily it didn't oxidize on me, so the color is still really good match, but I don't know. Is it worth $39 to end up with this kind of nose? Not really. Hello, I am back. It is 2:45, so it's been about 6 hours that my makeup's been on, and I am getting a little bit oily. Right about here and here, also a little bit there, which is normal for me. I have combination skin, so dry and oils are my problem. Around my nose, it's almost completely gone. Yeah, and it's a little patchy over here where I had my blush. Under eye concealer is still on pretty well, and between my brows is caking up a little bit. Other than that, yeah, it's still, like I said before, I think from far away it looks gorgeous. From up close, it clings to everything. I'm gonna try it again with a primer the next time I do my makeup, and hopefully that can solve a lot of these problems, because I think from far away it just looks perfect, but you get up close and it's a mess. And also maybe with a better powder. I used my NYX HD finishing powder, but that doesn't seem to be keeping this in place at all. It's come off on my hand every single time I've touched my face. So I will keep this on and check back in later when there will probably be nothing left. All right, bye. Hello guys, it is, what time is it? 8:17, focus. It's 8:17, okay. And it's officially 12 hours that this foundation has been on, and it is no longer on. So I'm just going to take it off because it's it's not a foundation anymore. It's more of just like little splotches all over my face. And it's still coming off on my fingers. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's been 90 degrees today, so I can't really fault the makeup on that end, but it's also pretty expensive foundation. So do I expect it to last a pretty good time? Yeah. Yeah, nothing's even coming off. So all that's left here is like the very bare minimum. I don't know. I guess I'll have to try it again with maybe a primer and like maybe a ton of moisturizer before I apply it. But I don't know. It looked amazing when I first applied it from far away. Up close, it looked horrendous. So I'm praying that, you know, a really smoothing primer would help that, and that hopefully I can love this. Otherwise it's going right up on Poshmark because it's probably going to be too late to return it to Ulta. Yep, so I hope you enjoyed this video or got something out of it. If you did, like it or comment below if you've had a different experience with this foundation. And maybe let me know your favorite cheap primer because I want to make this work really badly. So, thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!